What's up guys, welcome back to WSBG. I am Jake, and last time you saw us put the turf down, if you didn't watch that video, definitely go back and check it out. If you don't want to miss anything that we post, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You can always find us on Instagram at WSB Golf. Hey, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the technology that is going to power our home golf simulator. And we'll start right now by coming over and looking at our brand new projector. We ordered this one directly from BenQ. It is brand new. Actually, literally came to market last week. It is the BenQ, what is it? The 710 STI, I believe. It is 4K. It's going to be fantastic. It's got a optical zoom, which allows you a little bit of flexibility in where you mount it, which is fantastic. There's also a lot of vertical and horizontal keystone adjustments in case you really need to fine tune it based on where you are putting it. But for us, it's going to be pretty straightforward. We need to be about 9 foot 7 inches to 11 foot 7 inches away from the screen, mounted from the ceiling. So you can see right here, we've got a beam that runs right up the center. That is pretty much 10 feet. So we either need to go just on the other side or just on the other side. We're going to monkey around with it a little bit, figure out the best placement, and we'll be right back. It's always awesome to have the opportunity to try a brand new piece of technology, and we were actually ready to order the BenQ TK710STI until they announced that the TK710STI was on its way. We waited a couple extra weeks for this, and it turned out to be worth the wait. The throw ratio allowed us to place the projector right on that beam that we'll show you. It's also a laser projector, has a couple more lumens, and this 3D keystone adjustment has been super clutch in allowing us to fit the image into our enclosure perfectly. It also came with this Android TV dongle that will allow us to watch movies and games streamed directly to it. Because the 710 STI is truly brand new, I mean, I think we got one of the first ones that was released to the public. We're gonna make a complete video reviewing the 710 STI and release it out there in hopes that more people that are looking at the unit or considering it for their golf simulator can have an actual in-hand, real-life, non-expert opinion on it. So be on the lookout for that soon, but for now, let's talk about computers. Now, admittedly, I am a Mac guy, and I am coming over to the Windows side for this golf simulator kicking and screaming. Each software is going to have unique requirements based on the resolution you want to run. For us, it was 4K, so we felt like we needed to boost for a bigger graphics card, and for that, we landed with a NVIDIA GeForce 4070 Ti Super. And so far it's been awesome. It comes in this MSI case, and that's the actual builder of the computer. I'll link one that's similar in the description that I think fits pretty much the same build as us, but so far it's run everything we've thrown at it, which is 2 TVs and a projector running in 4K. Obviously, if you're going 1080p for your resolution, you can go much cheaper and basic on your simulator build to save some money there. Now, the projector and computer were very straightforward. We knew exactly what specs we needed to achieve what we wanted to do, which is a 4K projector running GS Pro in that 4K. Launch monitors, not so much. There is so many options out there that are good. I really don't think there's a bad one out there. The one that we decided to start with is the Bushnell Launch Pro. A couple different reasons why we went with this one to start. First of all, it's the lowest barrier to entry to get the premium data that you want. This one came as ball only. We've upgraded it to have the club data because that was a main feature that we were looking for. Given that we're trying to improve our games, and I'm working on specifically stopping coming from over the top, trying to shallow my swing out, I obviously need to know my, my club path, my angle of attack, and all of those things. And the ball data that Bushnell gives you is fantastic so far. Close second, it wasn't really even second place, it was just a matter of what we thought we'd use it for the time, was the Unicore stuff. iMini, iMini Lite, those were really competitive products at a really competitive price range, and we certainly want to review those and probably even transition into something from that company eventually. But for now, we're going to stick to Bushnell and the Foresight suite of software. So far after unboxing it, and we've played a couple rounds, as we've gotten this thing built, we're super impressed with the build quality. We've had some good golfers come over and some not so good golfers come over, and I had one ball that went drilled directly to the face of this Launch Pro, and nothing, absolutely not. It's unfazed. The screen is super bright. I'll throw a close-up of that on there right now for you to see, but it's super backlit. Really makes it easy to read when it's dark or light out. Also, it's portable. I've taken this to the golf club that I'm a member at and hit the range. I've thrown it down on some tees and in the middle of fairways to kind of just gauge distances and check the accuracy. And man, this thing is accurate. I think they say within like 1%. I didn't really find any discrepancies whatsoever in my real life game. And so far, it's been a fantastic unit. Now, largely, there's no argument as to which units are accurate and which are not. They're all fairly accurate. I even have a little Rapsodo unit that I put my phone on that I used to use at the range, and it's fairly close to this. You'll probably get a little bit better and more accurate spin numbers, probably a little bit better and more accurate as you get into the longer clubs with a unit like this versus one of those. The main difference that you're going to see between the units, especially between Unicore and Bushnell or Foresight, GC3, Quad, and all that, are the software suites. FSX and FSX Play have been super awesome for us so far. Now, I will say that the driving range on FX 2020 is better in my experience than the driving range in FX Play. FSX Play is such a new software that I'm assuming they're going to continue to update it and make it better. But when I'm just practicing or hitting balls, I just like the simplicity of that FX 2020 software. Looking at the reviews and some videos on that Unicore software, there's a lot of really cool features coming down the pipeline. I know they're launched AI Swing Trainer, where if you have their swing cameras, you can actually get some feedback from an AI that will tell you whether you're coming across or you're dumping your hands or whatnot. It'll give you some just basic tips, help you. That'll actually give you things to work on and drills that you could possibly do. You can also compare your swings directly in that app or in that software to those of pros that are sponsored by Unicore, which is a super cool feature, and one as somebody whose main purpose isn't just to play golf on the simulator, it's mostly to improve my game out in the course in real life. Those would be invaluable features. And like we've said, the Bushnell is simply a starting point for us, and we'd eventually like to upgrade to an overhead unit. We do have some friends that are left-handed that come over, and this is accommodating for that. You just lift it up and place it on the opposite side of the turf. Having one that's mounted overhead is going to give you a little bit bigger hitting area. It's also going to make having lefties come over pretty seamless because they just step up and hit the ball, and it automatically senses that a left-hander's hitting. We'll probably look into a Unicore unit down the road for that purpose. But for now, we're super excited about the Bushnell, and we can't wait to continue creating great golf content for you using the unit. Okay, so we haven't mounted it yet, but we got it fired up, hooked up to the computer. More on the computer in a second. But obviously, we're gonna have to adjust it, kind of get it in the right spot. My suggestion is you start down here, kind of get a rough placement, set your custom resolution on your computer. There's plenty of videos out there to learn how to do that. I'm not gonna teach you. But set your custom resolution if it calls for it, and then rock and roll from there. So it was pretty easy actually adjusting this to get the size and width and height and all that. Actually, Projector Central has a calculator that you'll see here in just a second, where you enter in the size of your screen. And for us, we had that dimension obviously from Carl's place, and it tells you exactly the range that your throw distance is going to need to be. For us, it was right around that 10-foot mark. Our garage is 20 by 20. And we have a beam running right at halfway through, which is absolutely awesome. So you can see us kind of confirming the measurements there. I'm putting paper on the full range because you can zoom the projector in and out. So basically I put the projector, that first square, right at the front of the range, and then I put one that you can't see there with horrible camera work at the back end of the range. There I'm confirming the height of the screen, and then you can see us measuring actually up to that beam. We thought we were gonna have to put it in front or behind, and it actually worked out perfectly. As you can see on my face, we were super excited. Now a couple of final swings to make sure it wasn't gonna get hit by a golf swing, which it didn't. We were absolutely off to the races. Hey, check this picture out. Even with the lights on, it's absolutely crystal clear. That is a crazy looking lizard with this 4K projector. Alan, let's get up close to this. I hope that the camera is doing this justice. What a great quality, value, everything. Couldn't be more excited about the BenQ. There goes my 6-iron. Has a laser, so no bulbs, no nothing to mess with. The laser's much longer lasting, a little bit more bright. The good news is if we want to walk over here, we've kind of mapped out the throw distances that Projector Central tells us. 8'8" to 10'5" is our landing zone. And what is awesome is that beam falls right perfect. The screen is 94 inches tall, and we need to be 2 inches under 94, so 92. We think we have a mount solution that'll work to be on that beam directly. If not, we'll go just in front of the beam on the ceiling, and then have it kind of come down, I think with the 17-inch drop pipe that came with our mount. But we'll test it out. We'll see. Projectors are kind of hit and miss, and you kind of have to get creative sometimes on the mounting solution, but we're going to do our best, and we'll be back with you as soon as we're done. Now, the one tip I would give you is to mock everything up first. We're going to use some tape just to kind of place where we think the projector mount is going to go based on our measurements. So the tape's right there. We're fitting the projector up here to see if the light from the garage door opener is in the way. And yep, it turned out it was. So easy fix. Those garage door openers, the plastic housing over the light bulb definitely comes right off, which it did right there. Pop and pop. And we end up removing the light bulb once that light bulb cooled off. But we dry fitted it up there again and figured out that it was an absolutely perfect spot to put the projector, and that the garage door opener was not going to interfere with the placing or mounting of our projector.
All right, guys, we're right back at it. So we got the projector and we put it up there, and we've kind of balanced it and measured it just right. So we just used tape to put up the mount that goes in the ceiling. It's actually going to work out perfect. We're not going to need to use the extender. It's going to be able to mount right here, and it'll be right in front of the garage door opener mechanism. We'll actually get rid of the light bulb too. The garage door will still function. It doesn't need the light bulb, obviously, to function. So we'll get that out of there, but this is fantastic because we can mount it directly to that. We won't need an extension. It's going to make the whole process way easier.
Now, mounting a projector is definitely a two-man job, so you can see Alan holding the bracket while I use the drill to screw into what I believe is a glue lamb beam, which is awesome because we didn't need to use any super crazy lag bolts, just some regular screws, and I actually hung off the bracket, and I don't weigh as much as the projector. Well, actually, I weigh way more than the projector, so I'm pretty sure that that thing is not going anywhere, even in an earthquake or a hurricane. That projector is still going to be up on that beam. So we used a couple just basic screws, ensured that it was good, and hung the projector up, and it was absolutely spot on right there. Just some minor adjustments that actually took us quite a bit of time, which I think that's pretty normal with projectors, making sure that it's sitting flush and screwing in all the screws. And we plugged it in, made sure that it was a good fit, and you can see me doing those adjustments I was just talking about right there. I am super happy to show you the final product here. We are very happy with the BenQ 710 STI. Look out for that full review on the projector here on the channel pretty shortly. Guys, it's the next night. It got late on us when we were mounting the projector, and we had a busy day the next day, so we need to get to some sleep, but came back out here today in the daylight, started tinkering around, and I think we got a really great fit. Check out those corners right there. It looks absolutely perfect. There might be a little bit of room for improvement, but honestly, we're super happy. The cool thing about the Carl's Place enclosure is that or at least the new Carl's Place enclosure, the picture actually goes all the way to the ground. Makes it super immersive. We may or may not have loaded up a course just to see what it looked like on the simulator system, and it looks fantastic. Hey, by the way, check out the Instagram up there, WSB Golf. We're going to be posting all sorts of stuff every day, and you'll see all the content from our channel before it hits YouTube. Also, if you come over here to the right, you'll see we may or may not have mounted a TV here. We got some tool chests. There's another one back there, but we'll show you all that tomorrow. It's late. We just wanted to show you the projector, what it looked like at nighttime. It looks fantastic. We're super pumped, and we will see you tomorrow. Okay, we're back after last night, and we finally got the toolboxes and everything. Check this out. So we'll go over to this one first. Obviously, we're going to have the keyboard and mouse there, real close to the computer there. This is actually an IKEA. I think it's called Alex. It's got a little door on there. We'll leave it open when we're playing just to make sure we have adequate airflow and everything. We actually modified it a bit and drilled some holes back there. I think I've got a picture of that that we can put on the screen. But yeah, we got all the golf storage in here. So this will be all of our golf balls that we're using for the simulator. The Berties that we bought, we keep them nice and stored in there. And then we got some miscellaneous stuff when we go out on the course, some shoes. We got some leftover bag, bits and pieces there. We actually got us a little range basket, so when we're hitting balls, we got somewhere to store the ones that are in the current rotation. Right now, we're kind of waffling. I'm using a TP5X. Alan's Pro V1 right now. We're going to do some ball testing to make sure we're playing the right ball, right profile for our swings. But that'll be in a later video. Come on over here. We'll check out the more utility tool chest. We got this for a great deal. It was on sale at Home Depot just down the road. We love it because there's flip top storage on the top here. We'll probably use, kind of like I have it here, computers and stuff we're using for the channel. And then we've got another one over here. That's just kind of miscellaneous. We'll fill that maybe with golf grips and other things. I'm planning on building some clubs up, which is why we bought the vacuum vise here. It's cool. We'll be able to throw a golf club on there and kind of show you. They actually make this U-channel adapter that I'm going to buy for this off Amazon. We'll link that in the description as well. But you'll just be able to throw this in there with that U-channel and tighten it up nice. Won't do anything to the shaft, and we'll be able to regrip clubs, possibly work on ferrules or anything else there. Going to be really great for just kind of doing odds and ends with golf clubs. This is my favorite part of this tool chest right here. We've kind of turned into a tool review channel, but got storage for kind of all the miscellaneous stuff, drills. I think I got my voltage tester down there, and then we also have charging built in for batteries for all the drills and the power tools we have, as well as all of our extra batteries can go right in that little pocket there. So super functional. We were leaning with another tool chest, but this one actually spoke to us right when we got there. And then obviously we got all of our normal stuff in here. You saw the mess that was our tool, car wash, everything cabinet. We've got all of our frequently used items laid out there, which is super great. And then we've got, drill bits, hex stuff, ratchets, and attachments. And then we've got, more householdy stuff, Velcro, anchors for drilling stuff into the wall, hanging pictures, screws and hardware, which is awesome. And then this will be where we keep our power tools, which is super functional. And then I combined all my car wash stuff down into one drawer there with detailing stuff. And then all my microfibers are going to go in this. I'm actually going to buy a second one of these, but it'll just slide right under there. And it's going to be kind of a perfect space-saving solution, I should say. If you're wondering why we put some of our spare turf right there in front of the toolbox, and then over there next to the chest freezer, which houses all of our grass-fed beef and everything, it's actually going to be super functional for us because I don't know that we're going to leave our clubs in the bag as we're playing. We'll see how it kind of develops for us, but our general kind of, feeling is that we're going to want to lay out our clubs kind of like this. So that's my normal golf bag that I take out golfing with me. And I'll probably, as if I'm playing around in the simulator, if I'm practicing, I'll probably lay them out here, driver over there, all the way down to putter at the end. And this will be just a nice way for them to stay off the concrete. Not that that would damage it too much, but just a little bit of padding there, kind of keep them organized. So we'll have that one there, and then we have one over there as well, just because we had so much leftover turf. Just kind of repurpose it how we can. But yeah, we've got a couple things left to clean up. Obviously, we've got some cord hiding to do with the HDMI cord that's going up to the projector up there. We're going to make that look nice and pretty. It's a pretty thick HDMI cord, so I'm probably going to have to buy a more wide cord hider channel than what I would typically use for the regular cords like what we'll use behind the TV over here. The other thing we still have to do is hang a curtain to hide this. Obviously, this is just some miscellaneous storage. And as I swing, it's not even close. We're super wide. We went 14 feet wide with this and 12 feet deep. So, I can swing even with a driver. I'm not even close to that, and I'm never this laid off anyway. So, typically right there, we've taken plenty of practice swings with driver, with everything from driver to putter, and not even close to hitting that. So what we're going to try and do, if it works, is this is actually the bones of a tension mount. We're going to try and go tension mount from right up here all the way over there, and that'll create kind of a black curtain just for a cleaner look, make things look just a little bit more streamlined. And then we'll also do some cord hiding over here behind where we mounted the TV. That'll probably be in either the next video or the video after that. We'll do some kind of trailing stuff. We also have another 55-inch TV we're going to mount directly over the workbench. Functionally, when we have people over, it'll likely be around a football game or a baseball game or a UFC fight or whatever. So this is actually functioning as our main computer monitor. And then we'll have obviously all of our data when we're playing on GS Pro or Foresight. Can I say Foresight yet? I don't know that we've talked about which launch monitor we're using yet. That might have been a spoiler.
Cat's out of the bag.
But we'll have all of our club stats and everything there. And then as we're playing golf, this will just be the golf screen and everything. And then we'll have the game or whatever on TV, or maybe some music playing through here. As far as sound goes, the BenQ projector actually has a pretty decent speaker attached to it, but we like a little bit more bass when we're listening to music. So for now, we're just using our JBL. I think it's the Extreme is the model number or brand name or whatever on there. We'll link that in the description as well. It just Bluetooths right to the computer, and it's been fantastic. It's been super great just listening to Spotify or whatnot while we're putting all this stuff up. But yeah, I mean, I think that's about it for the bare bones of the simulator. You know, we will continue to post videos and stuff as we clean this up. Like I said, in a video or two, maybe we'll, you know, we'll kind of streamline this, cover the cord, hang that other TV. The TV mount that we used and we've used in this entire house. Alan, you tell them.
Oh, it's the best thing ever. I mean, we have mounted us some TVs over the years.
Yes.
And this is, bar none, the simplest, most efficient, easy way to hang TVs. We can't wait to show you guys.
Well, and not only that, but there's no lag mounts involved. You don't need a stud. It's literally just 4 nails in each of the hooks. It couldn't be any easier. I'm pretty sure a 5th grader could do it. It's an absolutely awesome, awesome thing. We can't wait to show you that. But as we said, we'll mount that one over there. But for now, this is going to be a wrap for this video. We hope you've enjoyed coming along on this journey with us thus far. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at WSBGolf. You can find me on Instagram at JakeScottKeys, and you can find Alan on Instagram at AlanIsNext. And as always, when you're out there on the course or on the simulator, make sure you keep them straight.
Wait, what a perfect day. How did it manifest? I've been on top if I drop.